There were some situations I was in a couple of times where I decided, I need to be ready for it. And what I mean is, there's a couple of times where I was paired directly with my regional sales guy, or maybe a partner vendor was going to come over or fly over to my area and do some kind of a training or presentation to a customer where they couldn't make it. Medical emergencies, fires, evacuation, other things that miss a flight, and especially in those scenarios where they were going to train or present to a sales audience, right? Like in a partner sales situation, or even a customer, and I'm going to be there from the technical standpoint. Um, and a couple of times when that happened, the choice was either, well, Jose, let me just send you my presentation and you run with it, or we need to cancel reschedule. And I'm thinking, people have gone out of the way, they've bought tickets, they're flying out there. Why reschedule, right? That time's precious with the customer, so run with it. So then that's where I realized, and this little comment here may draw a lot of like blowback, but it's fine. I seem to do that by accident sometimes. But I've always believed, a really great SE, you have to be 100% technical, and business or sales. And that really rubs some guys the wrong way, or guys and girls who are very technical, because like Ramsey was saying, that's a salesperson's job. It is. However, you're in a sales role. If you don't want to be in a sales role, then you can be in the customer success umbrella, you can be in implementation, PS. But if you're in a sales role, you're supporting a sales team, helping to drive deals and sell software, you're in a sales role. You don't have the luxury of hiding in the bat cave and just geeking out on technology and not giving a rip about the world. You have to be very aware of this, right? You have to be aware of how fast you respond to a customer. You have to be aware of if your salesperson sending out information that's inaccurate. If the collateral that he or she is tweaking has a typo in it, that's going to make that, not just them look bad. It's going to make your overall company look, very unprofessional. So again, looking at it from a entrepreneurial standpoint, we're gonna affect each other, right? So because of those scenarios that I've run into, I made a point to I need to be able to wear that EE hat. And again, I know that's not the job. Especially, I see like positions posted out there. It will say sales engineer slash sales manager. It makes no sense to me. I know why they're doing it, because they want to save some money and just hire one guy to do both. But I think, at least for me, if I'm ready for those things when they come up, when I can't put the AE hat on, it kind of mentally shifts you to a whole different level. I'm looking at, did you follow up with the customer? Did you send them the information you promised? How long has it been? It's almost like you take on that sales manager role. And I'm sure some reps don't appreciate that, because they're like, dude, my manager already rides me. I don't need my SC doing that, right? But that I know is very, can be a big point of debate there. But again, it goes down to culture. Some AEs don't need that, and some have a contingency plan in place in case those things come up. There were situations where I was both a hybrid SC and post or implementation person, so pre and post, and we were definitely part of the sales arm, but it was part of our KPI metrics where we had to implement XYZ product, a couple times a month or in a quarter, because that was their way of keeping your skills fresh. If you're going to fill up your calendar with implementation and then even project management, I cannot be available for calls and that kind of thing, right? The more I'm doing that, the less I'm doing pre-sales. So it just depends on the culture if that's what they expect of you. Um,